It is the Sports Fix here on Flow FM, and let's have a look now at Oyen Lawn Tennis from Friday evening and what's to come in the Friday night or on the Friday night ahead. Let's welcome back to the program Paul Dean from Oyen Tennis. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Jason. How are you going?
I'm going well. How did the courts look on Friday night? I imagine they were magnificent.
Yeah, they played really well. They've played really well all season. We put a lot of work into them at the end of last year, and they're still, what we've done to them was the right things to do, and they're bouncing really well, and we're really enjoying some good tennis on them.
Good stuff. So, Friday night, how were the conditions themselves or in general? Would have been good fun playing on a night like that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, conditions were perfect. Not hardly any wind, and no sign of rain or anything. So perfect night for good tennis. So no excuse for bad tennis. Although sometimes some of us wish we did have a bad excuse, but we didn't have one. Yeah.
Well, we had two really interesting matchups last Friday night too. So first of all, it was the top of the table clash, I guess, between Prince and Babolat. But as is sometimes the way this time of year, Harvest has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works there, and it ended up being a fairly lopsided result, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. A few away for halves and whatever and all that. It was more the ladies. Two of the sections weren't too bad, but the ladies section was pretty one-sided due to a few unavailabilities there. Made the Babolat team a little bit weak, and it turned into a bit of a one-sided match there. Yeah.
All right. I think they went 9 versus 9 as well. So your trialling of that earlier in the year obviously worked out pretty handy.
Yeah. Lewis Harnell and Samuel Mead I think they were messaging each other during the day. They both thinking they were going to struggle to get there. And, they're both the number one, so they thought, well, if I'm not going to get there and you don't get there, it sort of even things up. So, we'll do 9 and 9. So that's what they did, yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So it was obviously Prince in the end very, very comfortably. Who were the better players on the night? Yeah,
Prince won that match 13 sets, 83 games to 1 set, 50 games. 3 set winners were James Phillips, Dylan Davis, Matt Hill, Ash Morris, Ella Hastings, Jade Eames, and Mia Grayling still going on still haven't lost a set all year.
She's going fantastically. So, big winners, Prince, still top of the table, and everyone's still chasing them. At the other end of the ladder, we had Head versus Slazenger. How did you go in this one?
I came up against Scotty Brady, and we actually had a really good night playing against each other in the 3 sets. We finished up winning 16 games each, so we come a top draw overall. But, as a team, we fell short again, unfortunately,
Yeah, it was a relatively tight one, though. So, Head obviously getting the win, but what was the final scores and the better players?
Yeah, the final score there, 10 sets, 84 games to Head. And Slazenger were 5 sets. We won 5 sets, 67 games.
Okay.
So, the ladies was really close. That had, just looking at the score lines there was 3 tiebreakers in that section.
Oh, wow.
And the other match was 7-5. So, they had a great night. 26 to 25 was the difference to the overall scores in the ladies. So, really good, yeah.
So, not much in it at all. 3 set winners on the night?
3 set winners were Ryan McKay, Tyler Dummett, and Nick Coe, and Nick's written a little note on the bottom of the score sheet here. Nick Coe beat Jacob Coe, his brother, in 3 sets. So I'm sure he wanted me to mention that. They're actually my nephews too, those two. So
a bit of a brotherly banter, I'm sure, over Christmas. That should be an interesting day, Christmas Day at the Coe household.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be brought up, not just this Christmas, but quite a few Christmases to come, I think,
All right, let's have a look at the ladder as it sits now. So, as we said, Prince well and truly out on top, mate.
Yeah, Prince are on top, 16 points and 143.3%. They're a game clear of Babolat on 12 points and 105.5%. Head with their win Friday night. They've got 2 wins now, and they're sitting in 3rd place with 93.5. Wilson have had 1 win, so they got 4 points and 93.3. And they're actually the team I wouldn't write off because they've only had that that one win they had was the only team that had their full team in, and when they do have their full team in, which will be after harvest, they'll be they'll make Prince nervous, I reckon, and the other top teams pretty nervous. And then we've got us holding up the ladder, Slazenger, with yet to win with a percentage of 75.
All right. Well, you won't get a win this week either, unfortunately, because you got the bye. So hard to put a win on the board when you got the bye.
Yeah, I think we need a rest, bit of a regroup, I think, and have a spell and let the others go, and come back to that one match before Christmas. Hopefully we can get 4 points in. Yeah.
Well, the matchups are going to be very interesting this week. So we've got Babolat, who copped a bit of a pasting last week. They will take on Head, so it's second and third on the ladder. There's going to be some interesting matchups in this clash. Who do you like?
Yeah, Babolat and Head, that will be a good match. If Samuel Mead, hopefully for Babolat's sake, he'll be back in the team, and Scotty Brady, he's not involved with the farm, he'll play definitely. And what other matchups have we got there? We've got Owen Morris against Laura Hayter. Yeah, they're two very good players. Tanya Doyle's a strong number 2 for Head. She'll be playing, no doubt, and that will be a good match. I reckon. If I had to pick a team to win that match, I'd probably stick with Babolat, I think.
Okay, all right. And you touched on Wilson before. If they're at full strength and they're going to trouble a few, well, they get their chance against the top of the ladder Prince this week. So that will be an interesting clash if they're anywhere near full strength.
Yeah. If Dean Munro and Ben Mole can get away from the farm for that Friday night, that will be a good match. Prince and Head there. Prince and Wilson, I should say. Which I'm just, it's a little bit early, but I'm just quietly tipping them they'll play each other in the grand final. But this could be a bit of a preview for it. But if don't know who's going to line up, but I think I'll stick with Prince there to win that match.
They're certainly in good form at the moment. Winning form is good form, and they have it. So. Should be another interesting round of matches, Paul. Anything else before we wrap it up for today?
This will be the second last week before our Christmas break, and then one more week to go after that, and then have a bit of a spell over Christmas, do a bit of work on the courts, get them ready for a big second half of the season with the tournament and our other activities and that after the Christmas, and we'll look forward to that.
Indeed, we will. Look forward to catching up with you next week. I'm sure you'll probably get a hit, but if you don't, put the feet up and have a spell. Always looking for fill-ins, I would imagine, this time of year, so the chances of you being able to put the feet up are probably minimal, I would have thought. Yeah,
I reckon 90% chance I'll be playing.
Well, good luck. We'll find out how you went next week. All the best, and look forward to catching up with you then, mate.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Jason. Thanks for the chat. Yeah.